Hello, and welcome to my news broadcast. I'm Ashley Costa, reporting back to you on the tragic event that no one can avoid, the Palestinian and Israel war. Specifically, the Eyes on Rafah. You may see a friend or a celebrity that you adore post about this on their story or start a donation to either country, supporting them with food or clothes. But the question still stands: who or what is Rafah? Rafah is located in Gaza City. Rafah is known to be the heart of the city, usually known as Gaza Strip. Its known nickname is Gaza Strip because of its strip-like structure in Israel. It is surrounded by Israel and bordered by Egypt. For now, it stands as an Arab country. But what does Eyes on Rafah mean? It is said that the phrase Eyes on Rafah explains the injustice and homicide that the citizens go through daily. We wonder when this has been happening and why it keeps occurring. This has started in 1948, known as the First Arab and Israel War. The reasoning for the fight was because Arab countries wanted to conduct more land. The fighting has been dragged until now, and it has been conducted by three main reasons: political, pride, and prejudice reasonings. Moving on, we will be talking about the 8 fundamental human rights. It has been violating the right to life, political rights, and the right to immigrate and emigrate. The overall basis of the situation is the war that has been going on between the two countries, affecting the people of Gaza, who are normal people, not soldiers. They have only experienced genocide when wanting peace in their country. We will talk about the right to life first. There have been 2-digit numbers of killings every day. You can see video evidence on YouTube or on the internet of children saying that they want to die or that they'd rather die than live in the country because of their families that are dead or everyone around them keep dying.
ايش بتتمنى؟
أتمنى نموت.
ليش؟
نموت
ليش؟
عشان ما عندنا شكل ولا شغل. أنا زهقان من الحياة عشان الحرب.
Next is political rights. Because they live in this country, they have been involved in violence. When a war occurs, the battle should be between the soldiers, not the people. These people do not want to be involved in all this fighting and killing. America was funding bombs and missiles to Israel, which have been used on people's homes. Biden has spoken out and said that he will not be distributing any more bombs to Israel. But what happens to those that already lost their homes, already lost their families, already lost their friends? It is said because of the government's biased opinions, they have not been broadcasting anything from Gaza. You have to search on social media to find any information about this situation in Gaza. There was an interview that I came across of an Israeli soldier that was talking about how a missile got sent down and the explosion could have not been that big. He was hinting on that there were weapons and that there were bombs in the building. What if it had supplies? What if it was just filled up with flammable objects that could be used for people who needed any help? And regardless of the building, there could have been people around which would have died or probably already have died because of that explosion.
Due to an unforeseen circumstances, a fire ignited, tragically taking the lives of Gazan civilians nearby. Despite our efforts to minimize civilian casualties during the strike, the fire that broke out was unexpected and unintended. Of the specific structure where the senior Hamas commanders were meeting. The strike was conducted using 2 munitions with small warheads suited for this targeted strike. We're talking about munition with 17 kilos of explosive material. This is the smallest munition that our jets can use. Following this strike, a large fire ignited for reasons that are still being investigated. Our munition alone could not have ignited a fire of this size. I want to repeat it. Our munition alone could not have ignited a fire of this size.
The right to emigrate and immigrate. You may be wondering, why don't the people of Gaza just move out of their country? But it's not that easy. Egypt has big walls that have electrical wires attached to it. It is said that they did not want the people of Gaza crossing the border. And again, the Gaza Strip is surrounded by Israel, and Israel will not accept migrants from Gaza. They are blocked inside Gaza and they cannot escape. There were refugee camps set to move Gaza down to north so that they wouldn't experience the bombing as much and that they would send materials for them to survive. But again, how would the trucks go through when all around are enemies? The trucks would have been filled with resources like food and clothes and have been turned away by Israeli soldiers, because what other entrance can it come from? That concludes my news broadcasting, and thank you for listening. Bye, Miss Blanche.